That is some serious carnage. Look at that. Today, we're going to build one of the most important farms in Minecraft. A gold farm. Not only can we get unlimited gold to become rich, but we can use gold to barter to get some other really hard to obtain items, including my favorite, crying obsidian. So believe it or not, this is actually our very first time building a gold farm. And now that we are over 10,000 days into our world, it's about time we finally built one. Now let's start gathering supplies while I tell you about this build and the special challenge I have for everyone watching. Now I've wanted to build this farm for years, and I've always had a futuristic style build in my mind. Whenever I think of gold, my first thought is always the Leviathan raid from Destiny 2. And doing that raid with friends when it first came out was probably the most fun I've ever had playing that game.
Welcome to the season of opulence.
So I wanted to bring some of that nostalgia to life in our Minecraft world. When you think of gold, what is the first thought that pops in your head? Let me know in the comments below. So as you can imagine, this farm requires a lot of gold. So we need to build this farm to, well, build the farm. Okay, now for the challenge. I want everyone to try and guess how many gold blocks we are using in the final build down in the comments below. But don't go too fast. I'm going to be dropping hints throughout this video to help you narrow in on the correct answer. I'll pin the comment of the first correct guess, and you'll get a special spot in the final build itself, so best of luck. Now let's get to collecting the rest of these materials. Okay, that should be the last of the magma blocks we need. Let me just pick up these shulker boxes and we'll make sure we have the correct amount. Perfect. It looks like we have just enough. Now it's on to collect obsidian. Alright, Sid and I aren't on Discord, so we're just talking through chat, but between the two of us, it looks like we have enough obsidian. So the last thing we need is just some turtle eggs. Alright, I think we finally have all the supplies we need. Now we needed a farm that could produce a ton of gold and easily be AFK'd. So we went with Dash Pum's gold farm, capable of producing 1600 gold blocks an hour. Now it's time for the first hint. Based on the expected rates, we need to AFK at this farm for over 15 hours. Okay, let's build this thing. Okay, so that is the nether side done. This farm is a two-dimension farm, and it works by using the magma spawning platforms that we just finished, connected to nether portals that bring the piglins to the overworld. This frees up the spawning cap instantly, so more zombie piglins can keep spawning. Once in the overworld, the piglins are lifted up in this bubble column that I'm constructing, and then pushed through another nether portal to be collected in the nether and killed with a looting 3 sword, which we will get to shortly. So now that we have the overworld side done, it's time to finish up the nether side and make sure these portals all link up. Let's hope I don't waste multiple hours of building just to have these portals not connect. Well, that's a relief. So now it's time to actually finish the nether side and build the portal where the zombie piglins are going to be shot back through for me to kill them with a looting sword. So let's get to it. Okay, now this is the portal where the zombie piglins should get shot back through to be killed by yours truly. Now let's make sure this connects to the correct overworld portal. Phew, okay, great. Now we just need to finish the killing area. This is a cool concept where the pigmen get trapped in boats that are stuck in powdered snow. This removes them from the mob cap and then allows the items they drop to go right through the snow. Genius if you ask me. The tricky part was just getting all the boats in the correct spots. Okay, it looks like we got one zombie piglin in here, but I'm just gonna try moving the boats anyways and see what happens. So just slid them that way 1 block, and then I should be able to just push them onto this wall. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, yo. What the f... All right, here we go, round 2. No zombie pigmen sitting in one of the boats, so I think this should work. I just have to slide them towards me one way, and then slide them over the other way, and all the boat should slot down in the right spot.
Nice.
And this may not look like it's complicated, but this is 11 boats stacked on top of each other. So once I do this, I have to do this one more time, and then we should have the killing area done and pretty much the farm done. All right, I think we got all these boats placed, and for now, I'm just gonna build a super simple collection area because we're gonna upgrade it in the future because we need to craft and collect a lot of gold nuggets. So now it's time for the second hint. We need over 18 shulker boxes of gold blocks, but no more than 20 shulker boxes. Okay, the final step, just to light all these portals, and let's see if this thing is working. Okay, here they come. Should have a few more than this. Maybe it just takes a few minutes to get going here. Okay, this is looking a lot better. Sweet. Okay, let's kill some of these guys and let's get to building the actual collection system because we're gonna need a pretty big one to store all the blocks that we're gonna need. Now that's the item sorters done. So I went with building the 6x shulker box loaders by Jcraft, which I've used in the past, and these things work great. So I built 2 of them for gold nuggets and 1 for gold ingots. And so collectively, these will collect 150,000 items an hour. And now I'm just setting up the item filters themselves, and then we'll do an AFK test and make sure these shulker boxes are actually loading. Okay, perfect. It looks like these are working exactly how they should. So I'm gonna AFK for just a few hours. It'll be a few seconds for you guys. So I'll see you on the flip side. Now I didn't realize how many gold nuggets this farm produced, which means I have a ton of crafting to do. And doing this all manually by placing shulker boxes one at a time will not cut it. Luckily, the Minecraft genius Ilmango has designed a shulker box unloader and loader crafting system. So let's whip that up quick and give it a try. This is so much better. Okay, time for hint number 3. Time to narrow in even closer on the guess. I needed to craft just under 2.6 million golden nuggets into bars and then into blocks to complete this build. Now we can't just build the whole thing out of gold. That would be pretty boring to look at. So let's jump into my chaotic creative world for a little behind the scenes of how I come up with our builds. So I usually start off with a concept of what I want in my head by looking at random architecture and art. In this case, most of the inspiration came from Destiny 2, and I forget where I saw a floating diamond before, but it only stuck in my head as something I wanted to build. So I simply started by working on a diamond shaped out of gold blocks as I knew that was going to be the base of our build. Once I got a shape I was happy with, I settled on a color palette, and in this case, a pretty simple one. With the main block being gold, I settled on trim being black, the accent color is purple, and yellow frog lights for the highlights. Now that I have the main shape in my color palette, the rest of the process is days on testing concepts and designs until I finally get something I'm happy with. And in this case, over a week. Now, since I went so crazy design, we also need to collect a bunch of pretty annoying blocks, like 10,000 yellow frog lights and 10,000 blackstone, along with half a shulker box of crying obsidian. Okay, now if you've made it this far, why not give the video a like? It'll help our small little channel grow. Now, during my days and days of AFKing at the gold farm, I always wondered why our world started to lag. Now, as I was beginning to build the actual structure for the gold farm, I realized we had a huge zombie piglin problem on our hands. And as it turns out, one of the portals in our gold farm was linked to the incorrect portal, and it was constantly spitting out zombie piglin for the entirety of the 20+ hours I was AFKing there, resulting in this little problem we have here. What the this is insane. And then we have drowned that have picked up rotten flesh. and are roaming all over the place. So we gotta go on a big extermination mission here. Good thing I got my trusty trident. Let's hopefully I don't anger these guys and they can swim. I don't think so. Yes, they can't swim. This is gonna take forever. What? There's so many of them. Oh my god. What if they like start piling up and it turns into like a zombie piglin mountain? Oh my god. They kind of are. What the hell? This is kind of terrifying. Are they like a zombie mountain now? Oh my god, that's scary. This is probably why my world's been lagging. Listen to that sound. I bet they would kill me so quickly if I got down there. And they won't despawn because they're all carrying enchanted swords that drop from the gold farm. Oh jeez. Let's chance it. Let's chance it. I don't know about this. That is some serious carnage. Look at that. right, and here we go with the final block of the biggest build we have done to date. And can you just look at this thing? That glow at night is just something else with these complementary shaders. Pretty much speechless. This is by far the coolest build I think we've ever done, and the biggest by far. I think this totaled in at nearly 100,000 blocks, and just having it float in space like this above the ocean, incredible, incredible. Let us know what you think down in the comments below, and don't forget about the challenge. The first person to get the correct answer in terms of the number of gold blocks we used in this build, we'll give you a special spot inside the build, with more to come on that. So be sure to subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and be sure to check out our last video where we built an amazing Japanese pagoda using every type of wood to cover up some universal tree farms.